Babe, why is car insurance so expensive?
Oh, why? If you look at this chart, it's doubled over 10 years, right? Yeah. Why is it really expensive? From what I read, or from all the op-eds and et cetera, it's primarily because during the pandemic, first things first, the value of the cars went up, right? There were shortages and all prices of cars went up, right? And your insurance is usually based, one of the things that determines your insurance is the replacement cost of your car. So whatever it costs to replace it. So the value of it goes up, the insurance is more expensive because it's a more expensive item to insure, right? New and used, right? And the other thing, which is true, I thought this was interesting, is nowadays, because of all the technology in cars, when you have you can't just take it down to the street to your mechanic when you have a fender bender, he knocks the panel out, resprays it, and you're done. Now, cars have like cameras everywhere, sensors. Remember my Audi? Remember what happened to my Audi? Remember the bill? It was almost the price of the car for a fender bender. Why? Remember my headlight?
Yeah.
That headlight was $12,000.
Yeah.
And all the cameras had to be replaced, even though there was just a little dent. Right?
But
so
this is like an electric.
And also it was like, it's electric car, it's aluminum, right? You can't go knock and bondo a body panel if it's aluminum. Like the hood was a little bit bent. Guess what? They had to replace the whole hood, right? So I think that's the bigger part of it, that cars are more sophisticated now. Like I heard this thing about a Rivian. You have a fender bender in the Rivian, it could cost as much as $100,000 to fix it because of the way they design it, So I think it's like the technology in cars, the materials they use, it's so high tech now that one little fender bender, what used to be a no big deal fender bender now could be a big deal, right? And also I think part of the bigger reason is like insurance claims in general, insurance companies' costs have gone up, due to all like the natural disasters that happen here, Florida, hurricanes, whatnot. Insurance companies are just incurring a lot more cost. And I think what it's important that people understand is, the concept of actuarial science. So insurance companies don't just willy-nilly charge whatever they want. There's an actuarial science-based pricing. So it's all based on data. It's all based on the cost of when you insure your car, right? You give them your VIN number and they have all this data that they calculate based on that particular car, on their historical data, what is the number of accidents that occur, what's the average cost of fixing it, and that's how they determine the policy. So it's the fact that it's more expensive to fix cars in general with all the new technology. Insurance companies are incurring a lot more operating costs because of all these disasters that are happening. And the fact that certain cars are much, much more expensive to fix than others. Insurance cost is crazy. Look at our insurance. It's nuts.
Yeah.
So anyways.